if you created the biggest thank you card ever, who would you give it to? You could give it to your parents or grown-ups for making sure you get food to eat, even if it does include broccoli. Then there's your teacher who's patient with you, even when decimals seem like a foreign language. Oh, or your coach, who gave you another chance even after you made a big error on the field. You could thank your sister or your brother because they make life a lot more fun, even if they do bug you sometimes. Oh, and don't forget the mailman who brings your favorite magazine every month, or the crossing guard at school who gives you a giant smile every day, even when it is way too early. Plus, there's your best friend who sings silly karaoke songs with you. Once you get started, there's no end to the list of people you can thank. But there's one name that goes at the top of that list, one name to always remember. No matter what's going on in life, God has graciously given us so much to be thankful for. So many amazing creatures, all totally different, not to mention every single breath you take. And most of all, we can be thankful for God's promise to make everything right in the end for those who follow Jesus, a promise that we can live forever with God. When you truly take time to consider all you've been given, your heart will begin to fill with gratitude. The more you express that thankfulness, the more others can see God at work in you. They can see how God is with you through every up and down. And that's why gratitude is an amazing way to worship God with your life. Because worship is about more than just singing loud. It's all about living loud.
Jesus, you have been so faithful. Jesus, you have been so true. I will be forever thankful, 'cause I never had a friend like you. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with a love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. You with me in the darkest valley. You with me on the mountaintop. I'm thankful that you never leave me, and that your love will never stop. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with a love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. Love one another with a love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love has always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God.
Hey guys, welcome to the Story Lab. This week we're talking about gratitude while we explore the story of a guy who danced for some joy. We might even do some dancing ourselves. Shout out to anyone who wants to help me clean this up. Guys?
Hey Carter, have you seen my priceless gumball collection that I spent 3 months on? Oh my goodness!
Did you say priceless?
Yeah. I'm Zeke. And this is Carter. Carter. Carter!
Hey, I'm Carter.
Yeah, they got that.
Great. This week we're talking about gratitude, which is letting others know you see how they've helped you. And speaking of helping people, hey Zeke, want to help me bust a move?
I tried busting a move at school yesterday and everyone laughed, including the teacher.
Dancing is fun and really good for you.
Not so sure it's good for my self-esteem.
Actually, dance is scientifically proven to help improve your mood and help your body.
What does science have to do with dance?
Glad you asked. Let's do it! For today's experiment, we have a couple special guests. Everybody give a round of applause for our dancers extraordinaire, Jaden and Malachi.
Hey guys!
Happy to be here and ready to do this.
Today, Malachi and Jaden will be showing us some of the science behind dance.
Yep, see, we're wearing heart monitors.
Which are connected to this screen.
Pretty nifty setup.
Right? First, our friends are gonna show us a few different dance styles so we can see how each different style creates a different result.
Now, our friends are stretching here because it's really important to stretch before any kind of physical activity, like dance.
I'm ready to go. Just say the word.
Perfect. First up, ballet. Hit it.
For this song, notice how Malachi's heart rate stays pretty low. The moves are focused on big motions like bows and leg lifts. Dance can require a lot of flexibility, which is why it's always important to stretch before dancing.
Bravo, bellissimo!
Grazie.
I'm up next.
Great. Let's see some jazz.
Notice how her heart rate speeds up with the faster music. The faster the tempo, the higher the heart rate. Your heart pumps blood, which carries oxygen throughout the body. The harder you dance, the more oxygen your body needs.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
And now for our grand finale, hip hop. Go! Notice how their heart rate is getting faster and faster. They're really moving.
And they look like they're having a blast.
Science shows that when we dance, our brain releases a chemical that helps improve our mood. They're great for brain health. Happier brain for a happier you. That was great.
You guys are like dancing machines.
I mean, I might need you guys to teach me how to dance.
Thanks, man. It was fun.
Welcome.
Feel free to come by the studio. We gotta go. We'll see you later.
All right, bye guys. Wow. So, are you ready to bust a move yet?
Maybe later, because now it's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the book of 2 Samuel, which tells the story of David.
While David was still a boy, God chose a man named Saul to rule over Israel. But Saul didn't listen to God.
So, God sent the prophet Samuel to anoint David as a sign that he would one day be king of Israel. After David defeated the giant Goliath, Saul chose David to lead his army. David won lots of battles. The people loved him.
But Saul became jealous. He even tried to kill David.
David spent years running from Saul. But during that time, even more people chose to follow David.
At last, Saul was killed in battle, and David became the new king of Israel.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Oh, hey everyone, I'm Brian. Hey, get ready to boogie down because this week's story is all about a dance sensation that rocked a nation. After David became king, he reclaimed Jerusalem and completely rebuilt the city. David fixed the walls, built a palace, the whole shebang. But something was missing: the Ark of the Covenant. This beautiful gold-covered chest held the tablets with the 10 Commandments given to Moses. The ark represented God's home among the people. But the ark had been captured by the Philistines and later taken to the house of Obed-Edom for a few months. Now David knew the time had come to bring it home.
Gather your men. The ark must be brought to Jerusalem, where we shall hold a great celebration in honor of God.
At once, my king.
David traveled with the people of Israel to retrieve the ark. As soon as the religious leaders got the ark situated on its poles, the whole group set out for Jerusalem. But after only 6 steps with the ark, David started dancing before God with all his might. In fact, he danced all the way to Jerusalem, celebrating all that God had done. David partied harder than anybody else. Yeah, and when he got to Jerusalem, the whole city joined in the celebration. Trumpets blast, people danced, and later David gave out food and raisin cakes. Everybody had a blast. Everybody, except David's wife, Michal. Michal, who was King Saul's daughter, thought David's dancing made him look weak and foolish. After the celebration, she faced him down.
So you're supposed to be the king of Israel? Look at you, dancing around like a cheap clown in front of your servants and officials. You acted like a fool.
I danced to honor the Lord. He chose me instead of your father.
Rude.
I will celebrate to honor the Lord, and I won't stop. Those servants and officials you spoke about will honor me, even if you do not.
Safe to say, Michal was not convinced. But hey, David didn't back down. He used dance to celebrate all God had done for him and for the people of Israel. The end.
Wow. David cared more about giving a big shout out to God than what the people thought of him.
I wonder if David was a good dancer.
Well, the awesome thing is, it doesn't really matter. He was just celebrating God.
So what's our part in the story?
Well, there are many ways that we can celebrate what God has done. You can dance, for sure, but you can also share with others what God has done in your life. You can even use the talents that God has given you as a way of celebrating.
Any way you choose to celebrate God is A-okay. God loves you no matter what.
But what kinds of things should we celebrate?
Everything. God's given us so much. Food to eat, bodies so we can dance, people who love us. And we can always celebrate what God has done by sending Jesus to be our Savior.
But what if our way of celebrating makes us look, I don't know, goofy?
Look at me, doesn't matter. If you enjoy doing something to celebrate God, don't worry what others think. God made you just the way you are.
Yeah, so sing, dance, ride a unicycle if that's your thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you got it. See you next time.
So, here's the thing. Celebrate what God has done. Right, Zeke? Zeke? Zeke! Oh well. Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.